Hello everyone, I'm a 17-year-old junior at Frisco High School, and I like to keep myself busy. There it goes. Okay. By being on the cheer team, I'm a varsity cheerleader. I am also the philanthropy officer for cheer, and I'm the vice president of philanthropy at National Charity League, which is an organization that is involved in volunteering and giving back to the community in Frisco. And I work at Cowboys Up Men's Salon. I am not a hairstylist, I'm a receptionist. And I'm also Miss Twin Rivers Outstanding Teen, which is a prelim for the Miss Texas pageant, and it's in Texarkana. And I'm a National Honor Society student, and I'm taking a lot of AP classes, which has been very interesting, a little difficult, but I've definitely enjoyed it. And I enjoy volunteering, traveling, competing in pageants, and being with my friends and family. And now when I say the word pageants, a lot of people get a negative view of that and stereotype it, but it's actually really helped me develop as a person by improving my interview skills and my ability to talk in front of people. I've always been really shy, but after I started competing, it's really helped me. And that's actually why I joined ISM, because I heard that it'll help improve your confidence and step outside your comfort zone, getting a mentor and going and talking to different people that you normally wouldn't talk to. So I thought it'd definitely be a great opportunity, so I decided to try and get into it, and I did, and it's been a blessing because it's really helped me already. And also, this is what leads me to my quote, stepping outside your comfort zone. And my quote is, "Success can only be achieved when the inspiration for the reward is stronger than the fear of failure." And that's something I like to tell myself whenever I'm nervous about a situation, doing something that I normally wouldn't do. I just go over this in my head because it's true. If you're not really confident in what you're doing, and if you're scared to go and try something different, you're not going to be successful. You have to step outside your comfort zone, because in order to be successful, you're going to have to fail a lot. And that's what builds success. You fail and you fail and you fail. But then you try again, and one day you are going to get where you want to go, and you will be successful ultimately. And also, with success, you have to set a lot of goals for yourself. And these goals can be small or big, no matter what. You have to create stepping stones to get where you one day want to go. And my goal for this year is to increase my knowledge of broadcast journalism while succeeding in the discovery of the multitude of job opportunities that would be available if I was to major in this field. And the reason I started becoming interested in broadcast journalism was because I've always enjoyed watching the news. And I know this is kind of weird, but from a young age, I liked sitting down, watching the news with my family, and just learning about what's going on in the world. And so sometimes I would ask my friends, "Oh, did you see what happened in the news recently?" And they would kind of look at me and laugh, and they're like, "Madison, you're so weird." Because that's not a normal thing for teenagers to enjoy, watching the news and knowing what's going on. But I like to be informed and have an idea of what's happening. And I also was a big actor. I did on-camera acting, and I was in an agency in Dallas. And so I wanted to kind of combine my two interests, and that's when I came across news reporting or even sportscasting, being able to be on camera and talk to people about what's going on and staying updated with current events. So that's kind of where everything started. And also I had the chance to visit WFAA my freshman year when I went to volunteer for a phone bank with my dad. And I met John McKay, and he was so captivating and inspiring in the way that he talked and how he was able to stand there in front of the camera and just like read the words, and he did it with such ease, and it really amazed me. And so I really became interested, and I had the chance to talk to him, and he encouraged me to just get out there and talk to different people, and that I'd really enjoy the job, so I thought I'd try it. And these are the people I interviewed, my interviewees. And I had the chance to meet with Shelly Slater, she's a news anchor, Hillary Kennedy, she's a TV host and a style blogger, Deborah Ferguson, which is a news reporter, Newey Scruggs, he's a sportscaster and a sports anchor, and Gina Miller, and she runs that Sports Girls Media, and she's really big on technology and blogging and all of that good stuff. And so this is some of my favorite quotes that I heard and that they said and that really inspired me. Shelly Slater said, "Know a little bit about everything, and it's good to kind of have an idea of what's going on and stay updated with new information." And this one really was interesting to me. Be an excellent history student, learn about accounting, statistics, and other financial information. This is the key to your overall success and survival in the future. Now, at first I was kind of confused. He said history and statistics, and I was thinking, I want to be a news reporter or sportscaster. What does this have to do with what I'm interested in? but he said it'll help you with your success in the future. If you know how to manage your money when you're earning a little bit of a low salary, because this career you do start off with a low salary, but then you eventually work your way up, but you have to learn how to manage that. And if you can manage that small portion of money and increase it, you're going to be successful and hopefully in the end have a good amount of money and be able to support yourself as an independent person, and then once you're married as well, and with kids. And so there's some other quotes, and then here's some more on this side. And Gina Miller said, start blogging to work on and improve your writing. And so as of right now in ISM, we do have a blog, so that really helps. And she said it'll help you also get yourself out there. When you're applying for a job, for example, and they see that you have a blog or that maybe you have a YouTube account or something, they're going to be very interested that you've already started working and preparing yourself and getting a little bit ahead. It'll put your foot in the door, as Coach Goff always says. Also, work well with the crew. Hillary Kennedy said this: if you're nice to the crew, if you're interested in what they're doing, and you really appreciate what they do because they truly do so much, they're going to help you. For example, people that are mean to them, they're not going to make them have the best lighting. They're not going to make them look too good on camera because they're rude and maybe they think they don't deserve that. So it's always good to be nice. And also, Deborah Ferguson said that it's not a job, this is a lifestyle. And I was a little confused about that at first, and I was thinking, well, yeah, it is a job. What do you mean it's a lifestyle? But you really do have to constantly stay aware and updated of what's going on in the news. For example, if you're out in public and you're a sportscaster and someone asks you, hey, did you see the football game, and asking maybe a couple questions about it, and you have no idea what they're talking about, that's kind of embarrassing. Same thing goes if something big happened in the news and you're a newscaster and you're not aware of what's going on. It's a little bit of an awkward situation considering that's your job, so you have to remember to just be updated with what's going on in the world. And then learn to speak off the top of the cuff. This is what Nui Scruggs said. Sometimes your teleprompter might mess up, or something might go wrong, there might be a change of plans. You have to be able to improv what you're saying, so know a little bit about that topic and be able to just talk about it. Because you have to act like there's nothing going wrong, because if people see that and they're in the audience and they see that you're messing up or that things are getting off topic or whatever, they're going to get mad at the news station for that, and that's going to drop ratings, and that's never a good thing. So my first interview was with Shelly Slater. She's a news anchor at WFAA Channel 8, and she gave me an amazing tour of Channel 8, and I had the opportunity to meet Dale Hansen and Pete Delkus, so that was nice because they were really sweet and they gave me advice as well. And she told me to be friends with everyone. It's always good to have lots of connections, especially in this field, but really any field, connections are very important. And also, this business is all about the personality. When you're on camera, you have to be entertaining. You can't just simply read the script and be kind of boring with it. No one's going to want to watch that. And also have thick skin, because you'll receive emails from viewers that are extremely mean. She says she's heard basically everything, from her appearance to the way she talks, really mean stuff. So it's good to have thick skin and be able to handle all the criticism. Hillary Kennedy, she was very sweet. I met her at a Starbucks, so it was really talkative and loud in there, but the way that she talked, she was really captivating, and it was easy to stay interested because she had so many good tips. And she's actually a blogger and also a TV host, and she's had a lot of background in reporting. And she said it's important to make yourself stand out because this is a very, very competitive field. And it really is. There's so many people wanting to be a news reporter or a sportscaster, anchor, or whatever. It gets really tough. A meteorologist as well, everything. A lot of competition. Also, create a strong website and a link to a demo reel or blog. It's good to have an example of different things that you've reported on, and really all topics as well. She said captivate or gather drama segments, gather things just reporting on basic news, all of that, because it's good to kind of have different things to show people that are trying to hire you. And also, smaller markets can be very good and beneficial as well. And some people are kind of negative towards smaller markets because they're not getting as much of the publicity, but it's good to start somewhere. And also, if you're going to make mistakes, which you will, it's good to start in an area where not as many people are going to see you. Starting on national news and making a lot of mistakes, that's a little embarrassing because you'll probably end up on Twitter or something for the things that you messed up on. And Deborah Ferguson, I met her, and she's a news anchor at NBC5, and she told me to ad lib, which is kind of like what Nui Scruggs said. It's good to kind of be able to throw things out there if something messes up, and always be aware of things that are going on and stay updated on current events. Like I said, good to stay updated and aware of everything and what's going on. And lastly, stay curious. It's good to know what's happening and be interested in what's happening. Because if you're not curious about your topic, then you're not going to take as much of an interest in it, and that's never a good thing. My fourth interview was with Newey Scruggs, and he was very interesting. He was the first sports person that I met with, so he kind of had a different outlook on this business, and he told me not to be afraid to fail. And that's actually one of the biggest things that I'm afraid of, failing and not succeeding or letting my parents or my family down. That really scares me. But he told me, you know what, it's okay, you're going to fail, but you have to fail in order to be successful in the end. So that kind of made me feel a little bit better about everything, and hopefully it all works out. And he also said to learn how to operate the equipment. It's good to kind of be multi-talented and be able to stand in front of the camera, but behind it as well. And also, don't take the negative comments personally, because like many people have said, you'll receive a lot of negative comments because a lot of people are watching you on the news. And so people are going to have a lot of mean things to say about your flaws. They will pick everything. So just don't take it personally. And for some of it, use it as ways to improve yourself and get better, and just move on. My last interview was with Gina Miller. She was very sweet as well. And she's a sports anchor for That Sports Girl Media. And she had a lot of interesting information to tell me. She told me the importance of creating a blog or a YouTube account and being able to really report on different things. She said, for example, find something that you're interested in and write a little report about it and then type it up and publish it. And I said, well, for one, I'm interested in the Cowboys. I absolutely love that football team. And then I also said I really like makeup, which those are completely two different things. But she said you could maybe combine those. For example, a Cowboys makeup look. Maybe the type of makeup to wear to a Cowboys game, or clothing to wear to a football game, something like that. And so she said you can blog about really anything that captures your attention, or maybe that you think other people would be interested in, blog about it. And starting out is hard, but you can keep on going. And that's very true, and that's really for anyone's field that they're working on or their job that they're trying to get. It's very hard to start out. You're going to get a lot of no's, and a lot of people are going to turn you down, but you have to be able to try again and send your resume out maybe one more time, and hopefully that fifth or sixth time you do it, you'll get accepted. I mean, maybe you'll be lucky and get it on the first try, but for most people, they don't. And next, keep your composure and stay professional. She said that she's messed up so many times. When she's been reporting, she'll say the wrong thing or forget what she's talking about, or not being able to read the teleprompter, something bad like that. But she said if you stay calm and just remind yourself it's going to be okay, it's not about you, it's about what you're reporting, then you'll be able to hopefully look good on camera and stay professional, not freak out and get made fun of. And lastly, have good communication skills. Be able to not only talk on camera, but talk to new people as well. There will be people that will come up to you and ask you questions about the business, or ask you questions about what you think of a certain topic. For example, I saw Greg Fields walking downtown Dallas about 2 months ago, and I asked him for a selfie. And he didn't really have time to talk, but there's going to be people like that that'll recognize you and ask you to take a picture or ask you something important, and you have to be able to communicate with them. And lastly, I'm incredibly satisfied with this year so far. It's been very fun to meet new people and also learn about my topic of study. I would definitely say this is by far my favorite class. Oh wow, it says it right there. Okay, not only do I enjoy the atmosphere and the strong work ethic from everyone else in the class, I love the fact that I get to study exactly what will help me get into college. Because for some classes, I'm not really that interested in them. I know I have to take them, but it's not something that really I'm good with. For example, algebra, yeah, not my thing. But broadcast journalism is something that I really take a big interest in, and I want to continue to research and find more things out about it and hopefully improve myself with the knowledge that I've gained. And also I had the chance to go to UNT, and that was really interesting as well. I sat in on 2 different classes. One of them was more of a for fun class, but the other one was about how to market myself. And as an individual working in this field, it can be hard at first. You're having to market yourself, and that's a big challenge, really, because you're by yourself. You're having to create blogs, having to create websites for yourself to get yourself out there so that companies and things are going to be interested in you. So that's a bit of a challenge and scary at first, but if you know how to do it, it's not as bad. And also it can help you get a feel for what the real world is like by going to classes at UNT, or really just getting mentors, and we'll have the opportunity to do that, so it'll really help. And I'm very excited to see how this year turns out, and I can't wait for what's to come. Thank you.